All in favor?
Aye.
The city council is, I'm making a recommendation that each employee across the board be given a 3% raise effective January 1st. Have a motion.
Make a motion?
Make a motion. Second. Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? 4 for, 1 against.
Well, no, I voted for it. I voted for it, yes, sir.
5, unanimous. You come up kind of late, I didn't know.
No, that's fine.
Okay, that's it. Remind me to call. You just talked to us in the morning. Okay, new well. It's online now. Pumping. And as I understand it, it's pumping rotation. One well pumps, it cycles off. The next time it's time to come on, the other one comes on. You got the fence up, and all that's completed. Now, they have not got all the paperwork closed out. Everything hadn't been paid for, but the money's there. It's just a matter of doing the paperwork. But it is. That's been something we've been needing. It's been at least 15 years. We've only been operating on one well, and that's really a dangerous thing. We've been fortunate. CDB update, you see the B check? Savannah picked that up. I've signed the contract with Hardy, Georgia to administer the grant, and signed the contract with Hofstadter, to be our engineer. So that's all in place. So I don't have no idea what this government shutdown stuff bearing it have on this. I don't know. That money doesn't come available to October 1st, which is when the federal year begins. October 1st. State year begins, July 1st. So, but I assume it will be good. We certainly won't start any work until we find out. We received our reimbursements you heard earlier from our GMA fire grant. Got it back in the bank. The Leslie Bowles property, I thought maybe we'd had it down by now, but we haven't. John now has retired from the county, so he says he will have more time to catch up some of this stuff. It's probably only going to be a day and a half job, so surely by next council meeting, Cynthia, it will be down.
Okay.
I hope so. We've been doing a good bit of work around town. That's, we've done ditches. We did the one from the telephone company here not too long ago. It's been really a situation down behind Leon Fields for some time. All that water from the north comes down that ditch. Then all the water from out towards apartments to behind, I still call it David T. Jackson's, all comes down and a Y is in there behind Leon's house. And sometimes his yard is underwater and actually watering his carpet. So we've been in there, it got dry, and Buddy's cleaned that ditch out. He's also washing out part of his yard, his fence. We've got all that. We moved over, 6, 8 foot.
Something like that, yeah.
And put several pallets of grass. What's the?
No.
Saccharin. That's what we're saccharin. You put several pallets of saccharin in there to get all that washing out in the ditch on the side of his house. Really, all the water coming off of both streets there, was going in his yard, and all that ditch. So he's really been struggling there, and we've got all that fixed. I hope we're going to be finished with that for the rest of this year, that kind of stuff. We don't have to budget it now, but we talked about it, and I've been doing a little checking around about cars. We won't be certainly buy a new police car next year. Ours is in good shape, but it's several years old, and I've been talking to some apartments talked to City of Idalia, talked to Toombs County, and talked to Mount Vernon about the cars they're using and getting a feel on, you know, something that we only have. Buy the one, we need to make a good choice. So, before anything's done, certainly the council will approve it. But that's my intention to do it first quarter of next year. And possibly even a new pickup. That one's getting some age on it. And I don't know, I'll be jumping the gun here a little, but I don't know if the fire department could use our old truck to use it for equipment, but certainly
Yes, sir.
something they might want to look at is passing that truck to the fire department.
Yes, sir, we can put it together.
And they can put a body on the back of it or whatever, and you know, it's a good truck. It just that's what I'd like to see us do next year. But that money will come out of SPLOST, so it won't affect our budget. That's kind of my intention. But there again, City Council will approve it before it's done. Trick or treat. About to slip up on us. I think it's the
It's on
31st.
Thursday. It's on Thursday, that's good night.
That's a good night. It worked out good. When it falls on Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays is when you got trouble. So, it's logical to me, we would have it on the 31st, on Thursday night. And when does the time change?
Last day of October, last weekend.
When does it change? Usually we do it from 6 to 8. That's probably about right, but I can't remember. It'll get dark quicker, shortly when the time changes. I don't know when it is, right away.
Last Saturday night.
6 to 8.
Like I said, I can't remember.
When's it change?
2 hours.
When?
November the 3rd.
My wife said I can't hear. and I believe-
You went 8:30, wouldn't I? Wouldn't you?
Well, so it won't be changed when we have to repeat, so it'll be this time right here.
Yeah, they get dark.
So, we gonna vote by consensus, need a motion to do it from 6 to 8 on 31st, somebody wanna make a motion?
You make a motion, have to go.
Second.
Second by Jim, that's about a second, Jim?
Yes, sir.
Further discussion, 6 to 8 on the 31st, all in favor? Aye. Okay. He'll get this back to us. I would certainly love to have all this done and have our taxes mailed out before the end of the year, but I certainly won't promise you that. But I don't want it to be our holdup. We've got everything in place, and we'll have to formally adopt the budget. And if necessary, we could even have a call council meeting to do that, to speed things up, get the taxes mailed out.
I have one quick update.
Sure.
I have talked to the Attorney General's office about what I talked about last time in terms of the city charter and the elections. Date is set by the state. The term is set by the charter. Seeing that the charter is a one-year term, I referred back to the Secretary of State's office, and the investigator at the Secretary of State's office is opening up an investigation on failure to hold elections. As I understand it currently, we all are unqualified to serve office because there was no election. There should be an election every year. If the charter needs to be amended, let it be such. So that's my little update.
Just a minute, I got something to give everybody on that.
Oh, that's fine.
I might be here, Miss Connell.
The two sections of hose.
Okay.
And I'll have the price on Friday.
Got this folks. Over there. years ago.
I think it's a self-explanatory, but I'll give you a minute to read it.
Yeah, that is the proper House bill that allowed cities to hold a 2 or 4 year term. However, the charter must be amended as such to be enforceable. And in this instance, it's going to be up to the Secretary of State's office to determine as such. So, we'll just see what they say. And even here it says 3 years, which we've been running on 4, so, I mean, again, there's,
You hadn't read all of it, Jim. The first one would be 3 years, the rest of them, you had to get 3 to get it up.
like I said.
Didn't understand that, but that's right.
The motion was made and passed in City Council in 1993. Pretty self-explanatory, I think. In December 92, council members elected to serve 3-year term. Elected to serve, then from January 93, every city election thereafter would be held for a term of 4 years. On first Tuesday after first Monday in November to comply with state law which establishes uniform municipal election day. All council members voted in favor.
Date, not term. And term must be amended in the charter. Like I said, it's not a point worth arguing. We'll see what the Secretary of State Investigative Office comes up with.
Anybody got anything else?
Yeah,
Okay.
we had a person run over our fire hose, 2 joints. And it happened down here, the wreck. And we're getting close to our fireman, but anyway, he got a fine for running over our hose. But we don't get that fine money because it's out of town. But he messed up 2 hoses. And I think that he needs to have to pay for them hoses.
I was informed a little something about that. I never did know where a ticket was actually written or not. Was it? You sure a ticket was written?
Not on the hose.
I know, but
for
what I'm-
running over the hose.
But what I'm saying was a ticket rent for running over the hose?
I was told the state patrol had written the ticket, said it was the first time he'd ever written a ticket for someone running over.
But we need to verify that. The reason I say that,
I'm fairly sure that Randy said it was.
well, that's still not.
I'm 99.
We got, if you do it, it'll be held in the probate court. What we need to do, and I'll check on that tomorrow,
Okay.
to see if a ticket was written. And I'm sure if a ticket was written, that if he's found guilty or whatever the probate judge decides to do, that I can have him or request that he put in the fine restitution for the hoses.
Okay, what's going on here?
We can't make a ticket outside. That would be handled through the court.
And the hose is out.
Right.
So they go to a fine.
If you're a nuisance, okay, maybe it's got to be added onto the fine.
Right. That's what you have to do. You can, and that's just something they don't have to do, but normally they will.
Mm.
Now, we've had people here, we've had situations where somebody was arrested and they kicked the window out of the police car. Well, we just added that to the fine. But it would have to be handled through the probate court.
But you would need to present to the court papers on that.
And I get prices on the hose and a written estimate.
What you need to do, you need to get in contact with the probate judge first and see if there is a ticket.
Yes, sir. No
If
problem.
there is, it can be handled pretty easily. If there isn't a ticket, you got to decide whether you want to sue them personally. That's what you have to decide that. But if it's handled through the probate court, it would work much smoother.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yep, but you need to check on that, Corey. I don't have any idea. I heard it was, but I don't mean it was.
I haven't got no final report on that whole thing from the state patrol or DOT yet. That's what
You just need to talk, the probate judge about that. But we don't, this court wouldn't have any authority out of the city limits, other than if you.
But if you was new to the age and you called out, that, Randy could give him, yes. If the chief here, give the other chief, and he had an issue, fine on it. You know, but anyway, if it goes the other way, it'd be better.
We need that. Chief needs to check on that. Anything else? Meeting adjourned. Is that mine?